Okay, this is chapter 343 of Hunter x Hunter, and this chapter was pretty freaking good, pretty freaking interesting. Uh, like I, I'm just really nervous now about the direction of everything and how things are about to go. Our boy Leorio just became a Zodiac. Cheetle over here. Uh, she calls him on the phone and they have a conversation, and it goes about her saying she called his university and told first she asked him the conversation is about asking him to come join the rest of the Zodiacs to come to the Dark Continent to become a a part of the medical team. And I think at first he was not going to really say yeah, but the more stuff she said, and it was the more stuff she said, I think it persuaded him to want to do it, and it's going to be hands-on training and whatnot. Lee Oreo ends up accepting. I can't remember how many Zodiac members there are. I'm gonna relook at that, but Lee Oreo is now a Zodiac member. But at the end of the conversation, Leorio says, I have one more person I recommend to join the Zodiacs. We will get to that towards the end of this. That's this is so. And then we return to our previous with Jing and Pariston. Pariston, it was I really love the back and forth between Pariston and Jing. It's like I really don't know how to explain it, but Jing really don't. Jing ain't he's not like one of my favorite characters because of how he did Gong, but I don't know. I still like him as I think only because he's strong. Yeah, and I know he's strong because of what's about to come up in this next scene. This job is crazy. Hold up. So I did get a little confused between Jing and Pearson's conversation though. So when he was like referring to the where is it? I'm sorry, I had to reread that because yeah, okay. So no, I was understanding. That's why I think I like how Gene was able to understand Pearson's like underlining thoughts of what he's plotting, and pretty much just read him like a book. And Gene confirms it, and like confirms it by you and I are kindred warriors. We always think of side the roads, and his response like that, like he just confirms it there. It's gonna be really interesting, and it's really interesting. Always seeing this ominous, cold, calm to me. Gene, I bet this dude buff as hell under that suit. So, hold up. You see this guy? You see my finger right here? You see this guy right towards the end. So while Pariston and Pariston and Jing are having a conversation about that smart shit that Pariston just plotting. Pearson is trying to destroy the Hunter Association with the Chimera Ants, I believe, by releasing them. If I'm incorrect, let me know. But he wants to release the Chimera Ants around the world around at the same time that the Hunters are going to the Dark Continent, so that there'll be two destructions going on that they really can't handle. They can't handle the trouble that's going on the Dark Continent while also trying to maintain because the Chimera Ants are going to be like those that's going to be a problem. Back to that dude real quick. He tries to say some smart shit to Jing. You think you can just bring your ugly face in here and yeah, and that's all he got. That's all he got out was the and this way. This where my finger at? This dude gets his face. Okay, look, like he told you him, like he No aura, no nothing. He just pummeled this mother. He just beat the breaks off this mother effer. Like I don't really know how. And like, look, one punch, like his face is so smushed in. Like check this out. The strength of Gene's punch is so magnificent that he caused the hair threads to burst. Okay, this man dead. This man is dead. This man is dead, or at least it cut it off. But he cut it off. But like at least that's what he wanted him to believe. That's what was about to happen. He stopped just short of punching this dude in the face, and the dude had pretty is it an epiphany or a premonition or a vision? Yeah, he had a vision of what was about to of what would have happened, of what could have happened, of a reality of that was about to be, and that was about to be his death. Like he saw that, and he knew he was outmatched. Time to get the F on. And this is where the Pearson also declares, "Come on now, Jing. Number 2 would be me, of course." Oh wait. And as he says, as of today, I'm number 2. I believe that's Pearson saying that. Anyone that has a problem with that, step forward. That's Jing, I believe. Yeah, that's Jing saying that. No, I'm sorry, that's Jing saying that. This is where it gets really freaking ooh. Okay. So I'm really bad with names and I'm going to work on that. So bear with me. But because I can't remember names, I like to create nicknames. So one of the Zodiacs is about to pull up. You see him right here. I don't know where my finger at. Where are you? Him right there. I forgot his name. Cheetle said that earlier, but we're gonna call him Cal. Actually, no, we're gonna call him Moo. Yeah, Moo. So Moo pulls up to this building, and it's just some 3 dudes chilling, and another dude in the back, and they just chilling, and they see him pull up. See what they say. And he says, "It's Kurapika here. He's away. You can leave whatever it is with me." Oh, yeah. The 3 men try to pull up, they try to walk up on him. You see them flexing, right? You see them. This shit getting good. And this man I should warn you not to come any closer. Acts of violence will not be permitted. And I also have special investigation authority as a crime hunter. Okay, you're a crime hunter. Or one of the dudes getting blowed. If you want to talk smack, you can do it at the hospital. Dipshit. Mm-hmm. And then he said, numbers are in the way, but I believe it says restraint. And then it shows them up here. Move. And the 3 men in front of him, unable to move. I can't move. And then I like this depiction of it. It's like they're all in their own singular space. No, yeah, they're all in their own individual space. And it's like their own individual. They're all in their own individual space with the specific rules. I like that. And it's called cross game. I like that. All right, Moo. Look at him, still right there. So they eventually tell him Kurapika's in the basement, and he heads off. But he released it. Kurapika ends up pulling up himself. There it is. There it is. Boy, you sure are nosy. That's what Kurapika says. Moo tries to tell him, oh, that's his name, Mia Storm. Okay, starts with an M2. Okay, Mia Storm from the Hunters organization. Goddamn, I gotta take it from the organization That's where he's from. We'll be back. So Mu tries to have a conversation with Kurapika, and it goes along. In the beginning, it goes about him asking him, does he know about pretty much the news, the current news of what's going on with the Kakian Empire and the Dark Continent. And Kurapika's like, no, I don't. I feel like he wanted to say I don't care either, but he was just like, no, I don't know anything about that. And then Mr. Mu mentions something that ends up triggering Mr. Kurapika here. Mu says, it would appear as though you're still seeking out your murdered comrade's crimson eyes. Oh yeah. And Kurapika just looks, well, first he goes dead stunned. What's interesting is beforehand his it doesn't beforehand cuts it off because he wasn't really showing it, but Kurapika pulled up with his hands in his pocket, and Moon noticed it, and he was like, oh, he tries to come, he conceals his something too, like he just noticed that like he hides himself, like he's very mysterious. And then right after Moose says that triggering statement, Kurapika immediately puts his hand on his on his pretty much loosening that shirt up and letting you know that this shit's about to get real. Like what you saying is about to get real. And also the fact that now his change is showing on his hand too. Yeah, this is a defining moment for your ass, sir. See? And then my eyes. And then Kurapika says, from this point forward, I suggest you choose your next word wisely. And he's pretty much like, yeah. What he says? Pretty much saying, yeah, he's still looking for him, whatever. And what I really love is how before, like that shit pissed him off so much is beforehand there was no, look, he doesn't even have any aura around him. Kurapika before didn't have any aura. You see my finger? Before, Kurapika didn't even have no aura around him. The moment he said that, see, it's not. And the moment he said that, you can't really see it too much on these, but you can definitely see it on this one. That's aura. That's aura. And then you can see it even more so on here. Like this, well, obviously you can see the aura because the chain. So, Mr. Mu informs him about some new, important, valuable information. Mr. Mu tells Kurapika, we have identified the owner of those crimson eyes. You don't say. That shit calmed him down too. Look at him. He just he don't smile much, but that's it. It says during research on the Dark Continent, it came up completely by happenstance. During background check on a certain high-ranking individual. Since we're working backwards, we managed to find the owner. It would have been, what it says, where was that? Since we are working backwards, we managed to find the owner. It would have been impossible to arrive at the answer strictly from footage. What footage? I mean, yeah, that's what. Yeah, my bad. Ignore that last part. For an outsider to the organization like you, this is as much as permitted to say. So please, from this point forward, I suggest you choose your next words wisely, little bitch. I'm sorry, that's not what he said. That's not. That's okay. Let's watch our profanity. He says wisely and give me your answer. That's when he asks his Kurapika what he said, little bitch. He says, we want you to become. Yeah, this is when it really blew my mind, and I know shit was really getting crazy because Paris. Oh, well, let me say that for after. He says, we want you to become a member of the Zodiacs and accompany us to the Dark Continent for about 2 months on a boat. It says, please take everything into account and think it over carefully. What I really thought was like see, those words ain't so tiny. Like those other words, like them shits be so tiny for me. I'm gonna tell you something. What was really interesting to me was that Pearson and Jean are no longer Zodiacs. So at this current moment, Loyorio just replaced, you can say Pearson, and Karapika is about to replace Jean. This is crazy, and Karapika doesn't even take that long to think it over. Like he does, like gave it like he had a simple question. What should I like, yeah, it's so yeah, I can't really see it because it's like a button right there, but yeah, they had he had a split a thinking moment. Here it is. He said, so then this would he said, so this he says, so then this would mean I'd be riding on the same ship as the person, wouldn't it? What should I give the utmost priority to? Is reclaiming that stolen part of my brethren? Does it mean to achieve that goal? I've got to choose. Fine, I get it. And then he becomes a member. And then with that right there, we find out who has the mother effing last set of eyes. This little bitch right here. He gives him the photo, and it's this little bitch right here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say his name. It's Sharad. I don't know the last. I can't get that. But his name is Saradnik, Sir Saradnik. So, and so that's this chapter right here. I told y'all we really spicing, like the pacing of everything is like it ain't slowing down no more. It's just like it's continuing from this point forward, and I gotta sometimes I sometimes gotta double read a chapter just to understand, or sometimes triple read, sometimes quadruple read, because the stuff that's been going on is like it's a lot that goes on in one chapter, and it like but I really enjoyed this chapter. I know next chapter about to be crazy, and now I really love the references to the Dark Continent. I always wondering about those Chimera ants that was at the end of the Chimera ant arc, and knowing that Pearson is the one that has them, I thought that they were going to be going to the Dark Continent, but now as helpers or whatever, well, as like bodyguard helpers or whatever. But now I see that Pearson had other plans, and now I'm realizing that he's just an evil little shit that needs to be taken down, or just watched, because he also had worked for Beyond, I believe, but that's did I say that? Yeah, but that's no, that's something else. That's it. Well, obviously, because you see him with the crew. Yeah, so yeah, it's just really crazy. Now I can't wait for chapter 344, and let's get on that. Let's get on this freaking wild ass ride.